Alright, I think that timer went way too fast. That just doesn't seem possible, but apparently it is. How's it going, Shauna? I need to grab my baby monitor. Okay, why do we got group chat up there? There we go. It's supposed to be down. Oh, oh my gosh. There we go. What the heck happened to my stream? All my stuff is out of whack. What is going on? I am so sorry. We're gonna still this for now. There we go. It's better. Okay, I'm missing some stuff. I think my kids decided. I know what's the problem. That's much better. I'm on the wrong screen on my hunt here. We're back. How you doing today, Shauna? How closer are you to getting water hooked up at your place this time? You were reading this, that? I don't know what that is. I have been trying to figure out how to make my timer in my encounters be a web source instead of a program I run on my PC, just to give a little bit of an edge. I have a gaming laptop that could do well just to be a process muncher. Could be nice. Free up the processing power of my computer to not count. I think my son's in there practicing his elk calls or something. Oh, you were reading the challenge rules when I changed that? Yeah, that was the challenge for the Professor Oak's Living Dex nightmare that I still need to finish. I was pretty confused for a minute. I'm like, why is my stream off kilter? Like, this looks so weird. Didn't even notice that the background image wasn't what it was supposed to be. Willem redeemed Hydrate. I guess I better do that whole thing again. How you doing, Willem? Got to get ready for Cub Scouts banquet tonight. Oh, nice. Kiddo getting some patches. Can I even see the blue nose if they're on ice? No. It's a terrible shiny to have on the team as far as, you know, not recognizing that it's even shiny. No clue, but probably. Does the troop that you're part of, Shauna, does it make a huge deal out of kids earning the Arrow of Light? What shiny should you hunt in ZA? Good question, Willem. And the rules were you don't have the DLC, correct? And it's got to be before area 16-ish? You know what? I think you should do Tyrant. Yeah, definitely not hunting this Diglett. Hey, Casper, thanks so much for subscribing. Must have been on the Brass Coin channel. Yeah, Willem. A good old-fashioned fossil hunt. You don't think so? Fairly new troop, so still trying to gain members. Most of the kids are from one family at the moment. Gotcha. That does make it a little bit harder. I was in a fairly big troop when I was a wee lad. And I was the only one in like 5 years or more that managed to get the Arrow of Light, because I did Cub Scout stuff in my free time just for fun and brought it to them to say, hey, I did this, I need this signed off on. And they got it signed off. Had like so many patches, it was absurd. As a Cub Scout, the Arrow of Light is like the equivalent of the Eagle Scout, but for Cub Scouts, for those that don't know. What is it? Your Bobcat, Tiger, Bear, and Wolf Weeblos. it's tiger, bear, wolf, weeblos, or something like that. It's also the only patch that you carry over from Cub Scouts to your Boy Scouts uniform. So they made a whole big deal out of that when I got mine. Your kiddo is a Weeblo. That would be the age range to get that. And I don't even remember what the requirements were, but they did like a whole ceremony thing just for that. They kind of made it seem like a Native American tribe initiation type ceremony, and had me, or give the illusion that you're drinking buffalo blood or something, but it was totally V8 juice. It was pretty funny. And it's funny because I'm the only one that got it because I was the only one able to go on a camp out. And that was like literally the last thing that I was missing. But then I did the stupid thing and fell short of my Eagle Scout project and just lost gas. One to 20. What is the purpose of this number, Willem? Because I don't think I can do 20 numbers in a random order and remember which ones I have done and have not done. Hey, Shauna. Have a good one. You're going to go to the zones in the order I choose to check for a shiny? So that's a no for Tyrant, eh? Yeah, sorry. So what I'm hearing is you don't like hard hunts. Hey, Kevkava. Oh, there's the normal one. How am I supposed to remember which ones I've said? It's obviously I'm developing depression. What if I told you that it wasn't developing but was already fully there? You're gonna write it down? Let's see. What if I write it down? Interesting. One of my chats isn't showing up. I feel like. Live. Skip to live. Do Oh, 6 is there twice. Ignore the second 6. Gosh dang it. I am a little bit early today. One of my children is napping, the other is refusing. But it's the baby that's refusing, so he can deal with it. How you doing, By Swayze? Are you off today, or do you have to go to work again? Oh, nice. That's awesome. You saw the Gengar hat and couldn't scroll away. I'm glad. Gengar's legit. Sound like a real one. I feel like I need a Gengar hoodie to really complete the ensemble. We are going to be doing a shiny Gengar hunt here eventually. Pretty quick anyways. I think it's going to be my next hunt. But it could be Abra. So it's either going to be Abra or Gengar. But they will both for sure be done at some point. Either or, and you'll be there. Epic. You didn't get to see the numbers. You're gonna have to scroll up in the chat, dude. They be there. Well, we'll be glad to have you there, Negan. Tristan, you're new and subbed. Well, welcome to the channel. I'm wondering why I didn't see that message at first. That was weird. My chats are doing some wild stuff at the moment. I don't know what's going on with those. You're on Twitch? That's unfortunate. Sometimes I just barely tap the key and think that it's not going to increment, and it actually does. It's pretty crazy. You have to babysit your bro, though? That shouldn't be too terrible, right? Haunter and Gengar are def your top favorite Pokemon of all time. This one is actually Leaf Green that I'm playing. I did just a regular playthrough of Fire Red and then shiny hunted Deoxys after it. Got it in like 71 encounters. It was epic. And so I did my shiny only run on Leaf Green. Still trying to figure out what my full team's gonna look like. Been toying with the idea of hunting Staryu or Nidoking or Dragonite. There's a Vulpix thought in there somewhere, but I don't know if I can guarantee that I would get it. Whew. Yeah. This entire run thus far has actually been pretty stellarly lucky. Like, Bulbasaur was 19 hours at 2,224 encounters, and then Spearow was 996 encounters. It took 6 hours. So, we've been pretty cooking through this. But this Diglett's taken not forever in terms of encounters, but like the time to get those encounters is way longer than I would have expected. But there is a good chance that I am behind by like 100 encounters, just due to forgetting to press the increment button. Oh yeah, very unheard of. Like, this game has been uncommonly lucky for me. Like, I remember watching Sauce McGavin go for shiny Bulbasaur on his run, and spending 9 to 5 for like 4 weeks straight in Professor Oak's lab. 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, 4 weeks straight. It was like 20 solid days of 8-hour days to get it. Not to mention the freaking Magikarp he hunted, like 19,000 or some odd encounters. Crazy. So I think the game just lulled us into a false sense of security to get us to lock in and be like, you know what, this is our life now. And then just change it up on us. That's how many your wife got you? Or that's how your wife got you? Lulled you in with a false sense of security. And then you're locked in and can't stop now. You're watching Derbiren do this, and he has over 3,000 over odds on 2 switches. Makes sense. I've thought about doing 2 switches, but like, I don't know what good that would do me in a shiny only run. If I was hunting legendaries, which I will be, 2 switches makes absolute sense, and will be doing it. But generally speaking, for a shiny only run, it doesn't really work to do 2 switches. Like, what I could do, we'll wait till this encounter here. Is if I drop, just making sure everybody's on, not the vertical. If I were to click this magic button, I could do it on the GameCube. I could even drag this down here and do both. Yeah, it's funny. A lot of people pop into the stream and ask me if I'm using an emulator stuff, and I'm like, no, I'm using the Switch, but I could use a GameCube, and I could use an emulator and then just pop them both open. But if I move this up here for a minute. Gar, sure. His name's Gar now. Be back in a little bit. We'll see you when you get back. If kiddos haven't woken up by then. Something like that. Yes, I am. This is a nap time stream. My regular stream schedule is like 7:30 p.m. roughly, depending on if kids go to bed on time. Usually by 8 I'm streaming to 10 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. They keep us busy though, that's for sure. Stay strong. Yeah, there for a while it made it a little bit more difficult to work with, but you know, we're handling it. We're handling it. I kind of branched off from my main YouTube channel, that's the one you're watching on, Negan, and then started a second one that's more focused on the shiny hunting aspect of things. But somewhere along the way, we needed my second kiddo to have his own room, so my YouTube office got taken away, so it just made it so much more difficult to have a consistent stream schedule. But for the last month, we've been rocking it. This one Charmander, this one is Charmander, okay. Am I going to give them starters on their 10th birthday? I don't know. Depends on if they do like Pokemon. I had one of them choose a starter, and he betrayed me and chose Poplio. So, I mean, hopefully they don't continue to do that nonsense. Wouldn't it be wild if this one was shiny? Oh, does that not work on this one? Or was it? Huh. Anyways, enough of that. I ain't finna do all that. I should do the whole world of Pokemon speech too. Maybe. That was a good one. That felt great. That's just my computer freaking out on me. Don't mind that. Do 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 do. I should do an OG run of like Pokemon Snap just for the lulz. You know what? Time to play Pokemon Silver. Like OG Silver on a Game Boy Cart Silver, or like Soul Silver, or like emulation ROM Silver. Silver on the DS. Soul Silver. Unless it's a 3DS, then it could be the Virtual Console version. 3DS, okay. Virtual Console it is. Ruben, welcome. How far along are you in your Charmander hunt? Hit 8,000 yet? Last week was a rough week. Well, I'm glad things are looking up for you. Life gets rough sometimes. You're a little bit, but over 9,000 resets into the Charmander hunt. It's over 9,000! You're welcome for the yelling in your ear. This is the first time the babies refused to take a nap. Then again, I usually put them down at 1:30, so. What's better, a Soul Silver emulator or a Silver 3DS game? I mean, if we're talking in terms of ownership and legality, probably the Silver on the 3DS, but like gameplay objectively, definitely Soul Silver. Somebody said you should do a new game because you might have a bad trainer ID. I don't think that that's possible. Like, in terms of Emerald, that's a thing. Because in Emerald, you can't soft reset for things ever. Unless you are frame manipulation. But you can do the runaway method in Emerald. Because your trainer ID and your secret ID come together to generate a seed every time the game's turned on that'll be different. So it really doesn't matter like what the trainer number is. The seed is going to be the same, or generate the same. A random number that puts your shiny frames at certain frames. Pure Sniper, welcome. Meep moop indeed. We have everybody hanging out on the Brass Coin channel today, don't we? You're doing a shiny only black 2 run? Sounds epic. I support that. Get yourself a Zekrom or something. Except for it's shiny locked, but you know. So you're going to be here shiny hunting Snivy. Not bad. How many encounters you at so far? Do you count them, or do you track time, or how do you stay sane shiny hunting? Just started. Okay. I see you. Oh, yep, that's definitely doing that thing, isn't it? You kind of do both? I am doing both at the moment. Goodness. I shouldn't be yawning this much. I actually got some decent sleep. You can stay sane. You can try. You can try, Ruben. I don't think it's a matter of staying sane, but not like becoming crazy. More so. Like, we're not even at half odds yet. As far as I'm concerned, we're still cooking. You can't stay sane until 500, or you can. After 500, you go insane. Yeah, that's a problem for this generation, and up until like Generation 6, really. I can't remember whether they introduced the Shiny Charm in 5, 6, or 7, but I'm pretty sure it was 6. Now I gotta research. I said Charm, not Charmander. $500 is a drop in the bucket. Shining Charm is a key item introduced in Pokemon Black 2, White 2. It was Gen 5. 1 in 8 shouldn't. Full odds in Black 2, White 2 should be 8,192, isn't it? You don't know? It should be 8,192. The only oddball is like Jirachi Wishmaker in Gen 3. And that's like 7,212 or something ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna go do a check on my child, make sure that he just doesn't need another drink or something easy to go to sleep, so that he doesn't wake up my oldest, because my oldest should be able to sleep for like another hour if the youngest stays quiet. So we're gonna give the chair an encounter. I was muted. I think my efforts were in vain because my upstairs neighbors are being literal cows right now. So I think they woke my oldest up. His eyes were wide open for a second on the monitor. He seems to have shut them again, but it's a matter of time, I think. Yeah, he's sitting up in bed. He'll be pounding on his door in a minute. You don't know how to soft reset your game? You're playing on a DS, right? Should just be LR start select, I think. Or ABLR, one of the two. The shiny or how to reset? How to reset? Which buttons were it? Was it? Is it? You have my favorite move, possibly most likely not Sludge Bomb. LR start select. glad to know my memory is memorying. Oh, my oldest laid back down? What? That's unheard of. That pixel art card we were talking about yesterday, you finished it and put it on a different YouTuber's community tag. Okay. You will be here for a while. I most likely won't. I am on a timer for how long I can shiny hunt for. My kiddo is up from his nap. But we will be streaming again 7:30, so we're basically just streaming as long as we can at this point. As long as my kid will let me. But then we'll be back at like 7:30, 8 o'clock, which is at this point in like 5 hours. More like 6, but they went down for their nap super early because they were being crabs. And we're gonna go see if we could surprise their mom with a new couch or something. I don't know. That would be something to do. You posted it over on your channel, Sean? Who knows if the move you put is real or not, or is gonna be real? I have no idea. But I think it needs some damage. gonna have to reset YouTube. And we've just hit 3,000. And with that, my kid is officially up out of bed. So we're gonna do one more encounter, finish at 3002. And then we will be back in about 6-ish hours to stream again. We'll catch you guys in the next one.